Hello, welcome to the Praise Paper Project. This is Barbara. Today I'm working on Franken paper. I hope you can join me. Not really a tutorial, it's more of a what am I working on right now? I just got a sewing machine and kind of excited to make some Franken paper today. This is the first time I'm doing it. So here's how I did it. So I'm just using regular plain old copy paper, some glue stick, and odds and ends of papers that I have left over from the last project I worked on. This is a great way to use up your scraps. And some birds I found on some stickers I was trying to make, but it didn't work out too well, so I'm going to use them to collage. I'm going to use them in my Franken paper today. So now I'm going to just go in and cut down some of my larger scrap pieces into smaller pieces. No measuring, just cutting it down to size a little bit, and no measurements, no real thought, just breaking it down. I am kind of going with rectangles just for the ease of sewing. I've got some scrapbook paper. The pink paper I just had was paper that I had dyed with Tim Holtz spray stains and oxides. I think I have some green ones in there I use that are the same thing. Some copy dyed paper and just some miscellaneous scrap paper here and there that I had. So now I'm just kind of laying these out on my paper to see where I want to place them, just to kind of get an idea. Again, no rhyme or reason, just whatever is pleasing to the eye for you is what you want to do. So there's my placement. So now I'm going to start gluing them down. This is perfect for the glue stick. I don't particularly care for the glue stick that much since it doesn't stick all that great, but this is perfect since I'm going to be sewing it. So I finally have a use for the glue sticks. And I like using the just regular copy paper as opposed to like cardstock or something. Since we're adding a layer on top of another layer, it starts to thicken it up, so I don't want to use my base layer paper to be a thick one, just to make it thicker. I do plan on using these in journals, so I don't want them too thick. So we're just going to glue all our pieces down. And a little bit about myself, this is the Praise Paper Project. I love making journals. My focus is primarily on faith journals or Bible journals, junk journal, although these aren't really true junk journals. I just call them faith journals, but artistic faith journals, mixed media faith journals, however you want to label it. Okay, so now we got our paper laid down. Now we're ready to go. Oh, we've got the birds. So I'm cutting my birds out. I had printed these out on sticker paper, but it didn't work out too well. I have a hard time peeling off the birds. I was going to put it in the middle there, but I wasn't quite sure where the crease was going to go when I fold it for my journal. So I opted to put them in the corners instead. Now we're ready to sew. So I just started out I did a zigzag all the way around the edge. And then I'd go back and start sewing down some of the seams in the middle. And I also wanted to point out something I did learn today, that trying to do a back stitch just to kind of reinforce the stitches on the zigzag, I had to really learn to slow down and even stop before I went back again. I bent 2 needles today, so I had to go buy new needles. So anyway, there is our sewn page. Now I'm just going in and cutting off the strings. And it's amazing how just sewing on paper changes how the texture of the paper feels in your hand. It's just wonderful. I just love it. Almost kind of a leathery kind of, I don't know, it's just different. It's just, why it does that, I have no idea. I just find it amazing. I love the feel of paper and the different textures that I put in my journals. I just love it. I hope others appreciate that as well. So we're just cutting off our strings. This side ain't so pretty, but I will, when I create my journals, I'll be covering that up with scripture pages or something of that nature that will kind of hide a lot of that and put pockets and whatnot. And we just need to also cut off that one little end there that's sticking out over the edge. Or you don't have to. If you're the artist, you can do what you want. Alright, there is our Franken page. I just love how these came out, and I hope you get something out of this video or inspiration. I plan on to be back soon with some of my finished journals and other craft ideas I have, or other, whatever I'm working on. I might throw videos out there, so I hope you will subscribe, like, and share. And thank you for stopping by.